Hey everybody, Rock Mixer here, and today we are going to look at MindST drums, or Mindset drums, or MindST drums. I'm not really sure on the exact pronunciation. A lot of people calling it Mindset, so we're going to go with that. I will say that 90% of this review is positive, and there's 10%, it's not negative, it's just some things I wished were better. Before we get started, I just want to say that this drum plugin is an amazing sounding drum plugin. And the other thing that I really have been enjoying about it is the presets, the mixes of the drums are incredible. The ride cymbal is where it needs to be. Usually on a lot of plugins, I'll have to raise the ride cymbal up, this and that. I mean, you can send everything to a separate out and mix it yourself, but the built-in mixer, you can tweak inside of the plugin as well, but it's mixed really well. So I just wanted to say that. All right, so let's go through the interface first. All right, it's your basic 5-piece kit: kick, snare, tom, floor. Okay, when it loads up with this drum kit, and I'll let you hear it. The cymbals are great. And you can hit them in different spots. The ride actually has this, and you can crash like this on the ride with dynamics. Then you have this cymbal, which is really cool. You have this guy, which is another ride, more of a ping ride. And you got this little guy, and of course you got the hi-hats with a little choke thing right there. Right? And then you have that guy. So that's the kit, and there's a lot of kits in here to choose from that it comes with, and the samples are great. So it comes with a lot of great presets, and what's really cool is you can set up your own kits and save them as well with mixtures of different drums. The samples that come with this are incredible. So let's go to the kick drum. All right, so let's hit the kick drum. As soon as I hit the kick, and I can hit it on my keyboard too. All right, as soon as I hit it, I have these controls right here in the interface. And these controls, it gives you a lot of control. You have one-shot mode, which I think you want to leave it on, right? You can adjust the release of the drum. Check this out. Right? Overlap. How long it holds. See that? I'm going to turn that all the way up. The attack of the drum. So where the drum comes in at, we want the click, so we're going to leave it at the beginning. And then you can tune the drum with this. All right, it's subtle, but it's pretty good. All right, next thing, you can mute the track right with that. Then you have your volume. Then you have solo the track, which we don't need to do right now. Then if we click on this, this is your sub synth. So this gives you more control over the sub synth sound. Hear that? That's the sub synth level. So that's pretty cool. Just makes your kick drum a lot fatter. You also have a nice velocity curve that you can change around. By double clicking, you can add a point. Right? Let's put it back kind of where it was. And you have different velocities of the kick drum. So this is when I'm going to hit it light, louder, loudest. And that's pretty much the interface, except the snare drum and the hi-hat are a little different. And the reason being is because your snare drum gives you these basic controls here. All right, but you can also, you have this here, depending where you hit the snare drum. So, for instance, here's one hit, here's another hit. You're not going to see it change, but here's another hit. All right, and here's another hit. It's for more realistic sound. So if I play a fill, like a snare drum, like a roll, that's how I can make it sound more realistic, by having those three samples. And then that's it. That's pretty much how you adjust all these, but you probably don't have to really adjust because they sound great right out of the box unless you're looking for something specific. All right, now let's check out the mixer. So when you click this, it switches you from the mixer to the drum kit. All right, and you see the bleed coming through here. When you hit the kick, it bleeds a little into the snare, right? And same thing with the snare bleeding into the kick. All right, because that's, you know, kind of realistic. You have a compressor. You can just turn it on or off. You have EQ for each channel, so you can turn on the EQ or turn it off. Okay, also when you select what channel you're working on, you can adjust the amount of bleed that's going to go into the other drums. And you have a special bleed mixer here as well. It can go into the tom tracks, the floor tom, everywhere. It also gives you, well, let's come out of here for a minute. Here's where you would adjust your compressor. So let's look at our compressor right here. This is your threshold. And it's showing you feedback right here. Pretty amazing. It's a really good compressor. You can adjust your ratio, your attack, your makeup gain. Okay, so you can see the compressor kicking in a little bit when I wanted to, or I could just turn it off. See that? All right, let's go to EQ. So you have a low pass filter, and you have a high pass, and then you have the actual EQ itself. So let's turn the EQ on. That's the curve. All right, and we can, we could give it more low shelf. We could give it low pass. So here's one of the things I wish the plugin had, where you can just click on the line here and get like a little pull knob, but instead you have to choose your frequency here. So you would bring your gain up and then choose your frequency here. It's not terrible, but you'd have to move it around here. You get two frequencies. Bring it down a little bit, and then you can make the Q bigger or smaller. As you can see, let's bring up this low end. Let's bring it down to like 200. All right, so that's the EQ. We're going to turn the EQ off for now. So then you have the drive, which is like a saturation. Now you can turn this on and off with this little button right here, where the compressor you can turn on, and the EQ you can turn on and off here, and you can turn it on and off here, compressor and EQ. So let's turn this on. Let's bring the mix back. So that's saturating a lot right there, as you can hear it. So if you want to get a little bit more of an aggressive sound, that's just the kick drum, right? And this is where you can send to your effects, which I think you can do over here too, as well. Studio Verb, not sure what that is. Okay, so your master effects are on your stereo mix from the whole plugin. So you can turn on this compressor right here, or you can turn it off, but you'll see it's on the whole thing. Hear that? That's off. Really nice. Then you have a drive here, with a low pass filter, and you also have a high pass filter. And you can mix that drive in and out. Okay. Then you have low pass filters over here as well. And then if you click over here, this is where you can adjust what kind of reverbs you have. So this is the studio reverb is a tight reverb, but you can choose from any of these. The reverb sounds great on here. The plate is great. I like it. This is your overall master volume, set at 0. And then if you click this again, we're back at the drum kit, right? The other cool thing is this comes with built-in grooves. So if I want like a funky groove, I can go to that, and then I believe I could just drag it out onto my DAW. So what's nice about this is it comes with building blocks. If you're a songwriter, you can just choose through these different grooves that it has and build a song out of it, or at least get you started, and then you can go in and micro edit them. I mean, you can just, like on Cubase, I can go into the editor here and I can just add things around. See? And you can do that with any DAW. So that's really cool that you have the built-in grooves. And they give you all different kinds. Rock, hard rock, fills, fusion, jazz. I'm sure it's all in there. Chill out. Let's go to, it comes with a lot of great stuff. Let's go to the big stage kit. So listen to that. Really cool. Let's check out a couple more. Let's go to the rock kit. Right? All right, let's go to this rock kit. Okay, let's go to this rock kit. Well, that's lo-fi right there. Interesting. We're going to go to hip hop. Oh, nice. Yeah, the samples and the sounds are really cool in here. Let's check out Fat and Crispy. Just the name alone. Let's look at a couple more. We're going to go to Basic and call Cozy Space. So that's good for like chill out type stuff, right? Let's go to Dynadrums. Got a Gig Downtown. This is their natural kit. The crash cymbals, by the way, if I didn't mention, they are awesome sounding. And the rides as well. Some of the best I've heard in drum plugins. So you can get an idea that this is a very powerful plugin with a lot of variations. You can dig deep into this if you want to, but you don't have to, because the sounds that come with it are pretty radical right off the top. This is where you can map your drums. So if you need to, change what MIDI note they're playing on, you can do that. You can hit learn, you can delete it, duplicate it. Pretty cool, right? One more thing I didn't show you in the mixer. So you can also send your drums to separate outputs. I don't have it set up now in my DAW, but down here it's going to the master, right? You can click on that, and then you'll be able to send it to, if you set it up on your DAW, different outputs on your DAW. Okay? So that's really nice. Whoops. Okay. Okay, this is the sample manager. Now, I loaded the 24-bit samples. You can download the 16-bit, whatever you want. The 16 bits sound fine. Now, the only thing, this is what I didn't like, and I wish they can improve it, but it's not a big deal because it's only happens once. When you first load the plugin, it takes about 30, maybe 40 seconds to load all the drum samples in. But it's really, compared to everything that it does amazingly, it's not a big deal. But maybe in a future version, it'll be able to load with the sounds. I don't know, because, maybe it's part of the programming, and I'm not going to complain because it sounds so good, but I'm just saying if I had to critique it, that's one of the things. The other thing that I found a little bit weird was the installation. When you first install the plugin, you got to really focus and read the instructions. It installs a little bit differently because you have to load up all your samples and things like that. My cat's knocking things over if you hear noise, so I apologize. So again, this is the MindST or the Mindset Drums. It is an awesome plugin. I believe it's on sale right now. It's made by these guys right here, Model X. It's just a great drum plugin. And if you need something for writing, production, sync licensing type stuff, this has a lot of different variables, and I'm sure they're going to be coming out with a ton of different kits. So check them out. Really great plugin. Really like it. See you on the next one.